7 levels of New Balance, and only 2 are actually worth your money. We're climbing all 7, from a $140 daily trainer up to a $250 carbon marathon super shoe. And New Balance wants the math to feel simple. Spend more, get more. It's not true. Here's what nobody's telling you. The cheapest shoe on this list somehow stacks taller than the $170 flagship everyone recommends. One mid-level shoe hides a real carbon plate for $70 to $100 less than the race shoe. And that $250 super shoe at the top, most runners should never even race in it. This is the brand elite marathoners quietly win in. 1906 heritage, still hand-built in the USA and UK, so getting this wrong is an expensive mistake. By the end, you'll know the exact New Balance for your budget and your run, and the levels to walk straight past. Stick around for level 6, because that's where the smart money actually stops. Let's climb! Quick context, because it matters. New Balance has been making shoes since 1906, older than almost every brand it competes with. And while Nike and Hoka shout, New Balance still quietly hand-builds shoes in the USA and the UK, and quietly sponsors marathoners who win on the world stage. This is the runner's runner brand, built on word of mouth, not hype. So when New Balance puts 7 shoes in front of you, the quality is real. The question isn't whether they're good, it's which ones are worth your money. Let's climb. Level 1. Level 1. The Fresh Foam X 880 V15, $140. No carbon plate, about 285 grams, a 6mm drop. But here's what nobody expects. This version jumped to a 40.5mm stack. That's max cushion territory. Therefore, the cheapest shoe on the list now feels almost as plush as shoes $30 more. Verdict: this is the value king, the everyday workhorse most runners should just buy. Hold that 40mm number. It comes back to bite the flagship in a minute. Level 2. The 860 V14, also $140. It looks like the 880's twin, but it isn't. This is a stability shoe. Dual density support built into the inside edge to stop your foot rolling in. Around 289 grams, 8mm drop. So who's it for? Only runners who overpronate, whose ankles collapse inward. Verdict: if you need support, it's great. If you don't, skip it and take the 880. That's level 2 off the table for most of you. Level 3. The FuelCell Rebel V5, $150. And the scale just dropped, 222 grams. That's the lightest non-carbon shoe here. Lighter, in fact, than the race shoe we'll get to. 6mm drop, a lower 33mm stack. Therefore, it's fast, bouncy, and fun without a plate. Verdict: the best bang for buck speed trainer. If your daily runs have some pace in them, this is the one. Level 4. The Fresh Foam X More V6, $155. The opposite of the Rebel, this is maximum foam. A 41.8mm stack, the tallest non-race stack New Balance makes, and in lab testing, it broke shock absorption records. But all that foam makes it the heaviest shoe here, about 300 grams. Verdict: a recovery day cruiser for slow, easy miles when you want to feel nothing underfoot. Brilliant at one job, and only that job. Level 5. The Fresh Foam X 1080 V15, $170. The flagship, the shoe every list tells you to buy. Softest Infineon foam, the do-everything daily, 255 grams, the crowd favorite. But remember that number I told you to hold? The 1080 stack is about 38mm. The 880, $30 cheaper, stacks taller at 40.5. So the cheapest shoe on the list literally has more shoe under your foot than the flagship everyone recommends. Verdict: the 1080 is excellent, but it's no longer the obvious pick. For a lot of runners, the cheaper 880 quietly wins. Level 6. And this is where the smart money stops. The FuelCell SuperComp Trainer V3, $180. And hidden inside it, a real full-length carbon plate, Energy Arc Carbon, an open channel cut through the midsole, a 40mm stack, 261 grams. Carbon plates normally live in $250 and up race shoes. Therefore, this is the shock of the whole list. A genuine carbon plate for $70 to $100 less than the race shoe. You can train fast in it and grind your long runs in it. Verdict: for most runners chasing performance, this is the smartest buy on the entire ladder. Not the $250 one, this one. Level 7. The Summit. The FuelCell SuperComp Elite V5, $250. The Carbon Super Shoe, New Balance's elite marathoners actually race in. Bouncy PBA foam, Energy Arc Plate, 222 grams, a race-legal stack. It is stunning on race day. But here's why most runners should never race in it. Super shoes like this are built for goal races, not training. The foam wears down fast, the ride is aggressive, and you'll burn through a $250 shoe doing easy miles it was never meant for. Verdict: worth every cent if you're chasing a marathon PR, overkill for everyone else. The top level is not the smart buy. So, 7 levels, $140 to $250, and the promise I made at the start. Only 2 are actually worth your money for most runners. Here they are. Level 1, the 880 V15, the Value King, the everyday shoe that quietly outstacks the flagship. And Level 6, the SuperComp Trainer, a real carbon plate for $100 less than race day. The 860 is stability only. The Rebel and the More are brilliant specialists. The 1080 is great, but no longer the default. And the $250 Elite? Save it for the start line. Spend more, get more. New Balance wanted that to feel true. It isn't. The smart money stops at Level 1 or Level 6. Best prices and the full breakdown are linked in the description. Next up, we put the king against the giant. New Balance versus Hoka. See you there.